It's what he lives and breathes.
Good Morning Augusta, weekday mornings on News Channel 6.
Try the Bojangler and new Bojangler Deluxe at Bojangles today. It's bow time.
Now on News Channel 6 at 5, a domestic incident turns deadly.
The latest on the investigation for you as your News at 5 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 5.
Hello, everybody. I'm Brad Means.
And I'm Jenny Montgomery. Thank you for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins with an update on that Columbia County shooting Wednesday. We now know more about what led up to the domestic murder. All right, Kim, thank you for that report. A fire investigation is underway in Aiken County. It happened this morning at a mobile home on Mark Anthony Road. The cause of the fire is not yet known. No word on any injuries.
It is time now for our first check of the weather.
Here's our chief meteorologist, Jenna Petracci.
Well, speaking of fires, we are picking up on some smoke on our smoke tracker here. So if you're in parts of Barnwell, Burke, Aiken, or Richmond counties, you may be seeing some hazy skies. And I was picking up on that earlier on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview camera right in this area here in Waynesboro. Now it looks like it's starting to fade away, and we're just left with some puffy cumulus clouds. And it's a nice dry day. So notice on satellite and radar, we're not seeing any rain. So even over the past couple of days where it was mostly dry, we did just have a couple pop-up showers and weak storms, but today is just a complete bone dry day with temperatures in the low 80s. 84 in Swainsboro, 83 in Evans, Thompson, you're at 82. Same thing in Aiken. So all of us between 81 to around 84 degrees. Winds are still coming out of the southeast. That's continuing to keep this warm air in place. Sustained winds up to around 12 miles per hour. Wind gusts only up to around 13. So not super windy today. And for the rest of our evening, we're going to be mostly clear with temperatures dropping into the lower 70s by 9 p.m. Our overnight low temperature is going to be 58, and then rain chances are back on the rise, up to 40% tomorrow, 30% on Saturday, and then our highest rain chance does come in on Easter Sunday. I'll time that out on our Futurecast coming up, but back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Jenna. A three-time Masters champion will not play this year. Phil Mickelson says he will be missing for an extended time due to a personal health matter involving his family. He says he has great respect for Augusta National Golf Club and wishes everyone the best of luck. Mickelson has participated in 32 Masters tournaments.
Well, the second round of the Augusta National Women's Amateur is wrapping up, which means it is the final day at Champions Retreat Golf Club. For the latest, let's go live to News Channel 6's sports director Gianna Cephalou at Champions. Gianna.
Hey Brad, good evening. You said it best yourself. The second day is here in the books at Champions Retreat Golf Club, which also means it is cut day. Now, one golfer, she is making her first championship start, and she actually has quite the unique family backstory. Brooke Bierman is a Michigan State grad. She teed off at 10 this morning, and she was coming in at 2 under, so she was just above that projected cut line there. Now, her father is actually her caddy, and him and her share a very special bond. He knows her game very well. And also something that you would notice when she plays, she has a bright yellow golf ball, and she has that bright yellow golf ball to honor her late grandfather, who means so much to her. Her sister also was in attendance as well. Now, she did miss out on the cut line, but she is grateful for the support, and regardless if you make the cut or not, she will play at Augusta National Golf Club tomorrow for a practice round.
Stings definitely to miss it by one, but I will say you still get to wake up and play Augusta tomorrow, and so life is good. I've got my family here. We're going to enjoy the day, take it all in, and it's going to be worth it. So, yeah.
Now, coming up later tonight at 6, we'll take you through the player storylines and who is sitting at the top of the leaderboard, as well as their reaction as well. But for now, reporting live at Champions Retreat Golf Club, Gianna Cephalou, WJBF News Channel 6 Sports.
All right, Gianna, thank you. Filling the vacant seat house in Augusta.
From Florida to Houston.
We'll learn more about the people behind the Artemis II mission to the moon next.
After After the successful launch of the Artemis II spaceship yesterday, we're learning more about the people behind the mission.
Nick Notario tells us more about the people on the ground making the journey possible.
We're here at the Johnson Space Center, where it was all eyes on Florida yesterday. Now it's all about Houston that's running the mission here through Mission Control. We're actually not inside that building. We're nearby right here. This is actually where we will get briefings from NASA officials, letting us know exactly how things are going with this test flight, how the astronauts are doing, answering any of our questions. And then we'll meet with the astronauts right here in this space when they safely return back to Earth. But what we know is it's been a very busy first few hours of this mission. We know that the astronauts didn't have a lot of time for sleep. They've been doing a lot of things, testing things out. This is a test flight after all. NASA says that they're preparing for a critical point in this mission to determine allowing them to go back to the moon. It's going to be a burn that they say is incredibly important to get them back to the moon. To give you an idea just how much force is going to be on this burn, NASA says there's 6,000 pounds of thrust, which allows the spacecraft to go from 0 to 60, like a car, 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds. After that, NASA says if all goes well, they'll be on their way to the moon, hopefully by Monday, which we'll get updates right here from the Johnson Space Center. But everything is going well. They had some issues that we heard about from communications, also a bathroom. But besides that, NASA says everything's been going pretty well. We'll get an update from them a little bit later on here from the Johnson Space Center. But for now, I'm reporting from JSC. Nick Notario, ABC News.
And we are still watching this week very closely as rain chances do start to rise up to 40% Friday. A few showers and storms possible Saturday as well. But Easter Sunday will be our main rainy day to watch. And then things are definitely improving as we approach Masters Week. I'll have your full Vapor 6 forecast with all the details when we return.
You can't always choose the weather, but you can choose your weather app. Go with the most accurate and most trusted, the Live Viper 6 mobile app. Download it today.
April 1st through 4th for the best in unique men's sportswear, formal wear, outerwear, shoes, accessories, and more. Follow Lionel Smith Limited on social media, and we'll share the very latest trends and in-store events. Lionel Smith, limited to only the finest in men's clothing.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. I hope you're having an awesome Thursday. This is a live look in on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam in Allendale County. Pretty breezy, but also lots of sunshine. So we were mostly sunny and completely dry today. I'm not expecting any rain for the rest of our Thursday. And we're sitting at 83 degrees. The southeast breeze is coming in at 11 miles per hour. Dew points are in the low 50s, putting our humidity still in the 30% range. So very dry air in place, preventing us from seeing any rain. Temperature-wise, we are all in the low 80s. So yesterday and the day before, we were more so up to around 85, 86 degrees. Just a couple degrees cooler today, but by no means is it cold. In fact, it is so much warmer than it is up in the Midwest. They are actually dealing with some snowfall right now, so you can tell exactly where our frontal boundary is located based off this temperature gradient. And there it is, low pressure centered around Iowa, severe storms even happening. And then on the other side of that frontal boundary is where we have the winter weather. So we are very fortunate down here in the southeast that we have high pressure in control. That will bring us the possibility of some pop-up showers and storms tomorrow due to that bringing in that southeast wind, which will increase our moisture tomorrow, but overall not too bad. Our visibility will be poor again tomorrow morning. We did have some patchy fog this morning, and then by the time we get to our Friday morning, a similar situation, especially between the hours of 6 to 8 a.m. We will see improvement by the 9 o'clock hour, but overall a nice day tomorrow for the ANWA practice round. We're going to see those temperatures start out in the mid 60s, and then we're going to be going into the mid 80s as the afternoon goes on, and we'll have hit or miss showers and storms. The morning hours will start out dry, but then once we get into the afternoon, it starts to look a little bit dicey. Now, winds will still be light on Friday, but we'll start to see those winds pick up the pace over the weekend. Not too bad, but a little bit more significant with those wind gusts up to around 25, maybe up to 30 miles per hour. So here's our futurecast tonight at 8 p.m. We have that southeast wind, and then clouds will take over overnight along with some of that fog development, but you can see no rain expected even through 2 p.m. tomorrow. Very spotty showers showers, but the bulk of the rain still focused around Macon, down the Eastman. And then once we get into the late afternoon and early evening hours, that's when we'll have the higher chance of some showers and storms moving into the metro. That fades away very quickly, and we're left with dry conditions going into our Saturday morning. Pop-up showers starting to form, though, to the west of us, but most of our Saturday really looking nice and dry. It's going to be on Sunday when this cold front gets closer, where we'll finally see a more high chance of rain that's a bit more widespread. But even Easter Sunday morning could stay dry. A lot of this is coming in during the afternoon hours, so keep this in mind if you plan on eating lunch outside. You may need to change those plans. But the good news for the week of the Masters tournament is that this cold front will be pretty quick moving, so by Sunday night the rain is out of here. So high rain chance on Easter Sunday up to 60%. Keep that in mind for drive, chip, and putt. But then once we get that cold front moving through, it's going to be really nice next week with those highs only in the 70s. Also a drop in humidity with dew points down into the 40s as we start next week. So here's the overall breakdown. Very warm all of this week, dry mornings with fog, and then the afternoon, evening, and storm chances. Rain very likely on Sunday, but then dry conditions for all of Masters Week. We have lowered rain chances just 10% on Monday, and that would be very early in the morning. The rest of the week looks fantastic with those highs in the 70s and lows in the 40s.
All right. Thank you so much, Jenna.
Thanks, Jenna.
Up next, overcoming the odds.
Yeah, how a Pennsylvania high schooler is dominating despite his challenges after the break.
I'm Mike Costello of the Mike Costello.
A Pennsylvania high school baseball pitcher is proving his dominance year after year. He is a marvel on the mound despite not having a fully formed left hand.
Mark Hiller tells us how this star athlete is able to triumph over what some would see as a real obstacle.
Nick Bohanec wears the number 2 on his Riverside High School baseball jersey, but make no mistake, this cool customer on the mound is the Vikings' number 1 pitcher.
How much would you say you love baseball?
Oh, I love it.
That love affair started from the time Bohanec could pick up a bat and ball, despite having a birth defect. The righty was born with just 2 fingers on his left hand.
You ever have that feel like you had something to prove?
Oh, yes, 100%.
He can do anything that he puts his mind to it. There's never been anything that he wanted to do that he couldn't do. Anything he wanted to try, anything he wanted to play, he did it.
So how often have you been practicing?
Every day. Every day since December.
He dazzles with an arsenal of pitches.
I have a 4-seam fastball, and then I got a spike curve, which I throw at the batter a lot. They're always swinging, missing.
Fielding is also not a problem. Before every game, he straps on a custom-made baseball glove for his left hand.
So I need something to be able to keep it on my wrist and keep it on my hand. And they also put padding in here to, like, resemble fingers going in. So then I'm able to, like, catch it like this or like this.
Bohanec has taken inspiration from former Major League pitcher Jim Abbott, who was born without a right hand. The teen met Abbott, who before retiring in 1999, pitched a decade in the big leagues and even threw a no-hitter with the New York Yankees.
Watching Jim Abbott, he had such a harder time.
But like Abbott, Bohanec does not let his situation stop him.
He just does his work. He's a great leader. Other kids follow him. He's just an inspiration. And that's even beyond his hand, just what he does on the field. He's a competitor, wants to win.
After he graduates, Bohanec will take his winning ways to NCAA Division I Wagner College on Staten Island, New York. As Nick makes that jump to Wagner, he knows that he'll have support not only there, but also here at Riverside, where he showed he's capable of purpose behind every pitch.
I hope, the best for him, both on the field and off the field.
As the 18-year-old pursues his baseball dreams, his best pitch of all may very well be the one he delivers to young people who also deal with disabilities.
Just don't make an excuse for yourself. Just use it as like an advantage and just overcome the challenge to like motivate you and just beat the challenge, because it's such a great feeling when you do it.
Well, all the best to him for sure. That does it for us for this half hour. There's more coverage you can count on at 5:30.
Including Pam Bondi out as U.S. Attorney General. What the president is saying about that decision next.
Rick Jackson Live. Your most watched local news is getting a big plus. WJBF 6 Plus, now on demand. Whether you have Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, or Samsung TV Plus, our new streaming app is easy to download for your television. Plus, it's totally free with no subscription required. WJBF 6 Plus, built for the way you watch. WJBF 6 Plus is brought to you by the Mike Costello Law Firm. Do yourself a favor. Call the Mike Costello Law Firm.
The News Channel 6 mobile app is now even better. Download it today. Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 5:30.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dee Griffin. Thanks so much for joining us. Coverage you can count on continues now with your local headlines. We now know more about what led up to a domestic murder-suicide in Columbia County, including the victim, Mynika, calling law enforcement in November to do a welfare check on Titus Scott, worried he was suicidal. More details coming up at 6. Filling the vacant state house seat in Augusta is underway, and it's costing a lot of money. Early voting is slow for the House District 130 runoff ahead of Tuesday's vote, and because this is a special election. April 20th is the deadline to register to cast your ballot for that race. You can register in person at the Board of Elections office or mail a Georgia voter registration form to your local election office. You can also register online on the My Voter Page website. We'll have more on those headlines at 6, but now let's turn to our national headlines where President Trump ousts Pam Bondi. First look at our weather with chief meteorologist Jennifer Tracci joining us now, and it was a nice day. It was another sunny day for us.
Yeah, pretty consistent overall. Yeah. Every day this week is warm. We have a mix of sun and clouds, but today is definitely a little bit sunnier than previous days and also completely dry. We did have a few pop-up showers and weak storms this time yesterday, but right now on our Terry Limbert Hyundai Skyview cam, you can see just a few cumulus clouds, otherwise sunny, and our satellite and radar really not showing much going on. So other than the clouds, there's no rain in sight. It's pretty dry out there with relative humidity down to around 35%, and those current temperatures are just a couple degrees cooler than they were yesterday, checking in the low 80s across the board. 83 in both Augusta and Aiken. Gibson, you're at 82, 82 in Washington, and 83 in Sandersville. The winds are coming out of the southeast. Pretty light, only up to around 10, 12 miles per hour at the highest, gusts under 15. And for the rest of our evening, we're going to stay warm. 73 still at 9 p.m., mostly clear and dry with those southeast winds. Looking ahead to the next few days, we're going to have the overnight lows near 60, highs staying in the 80s, and then rain chances are back on the rise. So 40% chance tomorrow, down to 30 on Saturday, but then Easter Sunday is looking pretty wet. I'll time it out on your Futurecast coming up, but back to you, Dee.
All right, thanks so much. We'll see you in a few minutes. For the first time today, we are seeing the police body camera video from Tiger Woods. Still to come, April Fool's Day brought all the tricks around the country. We take a look at the best from yesterday. What's trending is next.
Dry mornings with fog and then afternoon storm chances. Then we'll have a higher chance of rain on Easter Sunday, but I have great news for the week of the Masters Tournament. I'll have your full Viper 6 forecast after what's trending.
911, what's your emergency? New attack ads. Remember, he doesn't believe them either.
Tub Doctor, turn your tub into a shower in as little as 2 days.
Sherry Osborne, Certi-Pro Painters. Call us, we'll paint happy for you.
For all your home improvement needs, call Chuck's Painting and Home Maintenance, veteran-owned, operated, and trusted.
Augusta RV, between the three of us, we have over 100 years serving RV customers.
Join us at Rally Point Grill here in Evans. Everyone welcomed, veterans and first responders honored.
Super Savers, coupons online, anywhere, anytime. Just show your phone.
Got in an accident. I knew I was hurt pretty bad. If you want a friend that's on your side that looks out for your best interests, call George Singh. They will take care of you from beginning to end.
At George Singh Injury Lawyers, we fight so you don't have to.
Good Morning Augusta, weekday mornings on News Channel 6.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time now for a look at what's trending. A children's hospital in Tennessee is thanking Dolly Parton for a big donation. They did not reveal the dollar amount that Miss Parton, Miss Dolly, donated,
but they said it was, quote, generational and transformational. Tennessee Children's Hospital says it can now hire more doctors and invest in new programs and technology. To honor the country music icon, the hospital is set to be renamed the Dolly Parton Children's Hospital. Y'all know I love Miss Dolly. She is amazing. Love, love, love her. On my bucket list to meet her one day. She has the biggest heart. Way to go. Well, the Kansas City Zoo and Aquarium threw a special party to celebrate the 10th birthday of one of its residents. It's a chimpanzee. Hopefully we get to see him in this video. There he is. Footage shows Rue, who was born at the zoo in 2016, digging through gifts in her yard, decorated in a Fisher Princess theme. She's a princess. Look at Rue. Rue is like, okay, thanks for gifts. Thanks for playing. Yeah, she's like, okay, this is a neat toy. This is a neat toy. And she's got a crown and everything. Nice. She's a princess. Happy birthday. Well, April Fool's was yesterday, and it left behind in its wake a chain of fools. Here's Danny New.
Oh no, it's April Fool's Day.
For April Fool's Day 2026, we once again saw pranks galore shared online. For example, reigning NBA champs, the Oklahoma City Thunder lightly hazed rookie Thomas Sorber. By filling his truck to the brim with packing peanuts for apparently sleeping through a team meeting.
Sanders connects with Fenton.
And the Cleveland Browns, who famously use their simple orange helmet as their official logo, teased that they are now going to put their orange helmet logo on their orange helmet.
Pop-Tarts toaster pastries.
Meanwhile, in the culinary department, Pop-Tarts teamed up with Red Lobster to announce a Cheddar Bay Biscuits tart, which actually sounds kind of good. And before the weather gets too hot, Baskin-Robbins shared a photo of canned ice cream soup. Also, not exactly food, but Halls revealed a new line of cough drops called Grandma's Purse, featuring, quote, lavender and lint-inspired flavor.
New Jersey's known for and proud of a lot of things.
And New Jersey, oh, the Garden State, the only state where it's famously illegal to pump your own gas, declared the sudden lifting of this ban from their official social media accounts. However, one New Jersey city may have actually taken April Fool's Day too far. How much do you love Stumpy?
I'm just crazy about Stumpy.
Last year, I told you about a beloved tree stump in Hoboken who gets dressed up in costumes once a month. Well, Hoboken's official account clearly thought it'd be a swell idea to pretend Stumpy had been brutally destroyed in the middle of the night, only to reveal he's okay and actually even dressed for the holiday. One commenter writing, I had absolutely given up on humanity until I read the comments. 1000% got me. Also, I want to shout out the Blank Park Zoo in Des Moines, Iowa, which set up prank call lines that you can send to people, like this one, which is for Don Key.
Hi, folks. It's Don Key.
It's like a donkey. In New York, for ABC News, I'm Danny New.
All right, that's pretty funny. Well, Danny's giving a shout out. I want to give a shout out to a special man, Mr. Frank Thomas. He was the first African-American reporter here at WJBF News Channel 6, and he blazed a trail for so many people, and we just appreciate Mr. Thomas so much. Today is his 90th birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. Frank Thomas. I need to get to see you soon because I always love our conversations, but thank you so much to Mr. Thomas. Frank Thomas, y'all remember him out in the field and everything, and he inspired me to want to get into television news. So thank you, Mr. Thomas. And we were thankful for some nice weather today, some sunshine. Oh, and Anwar was so beautiful. I enjoyed seeing all the video. It's so pretty out there. But let's see what they're going to have for tomorrow. Jenna has your full forecast coming up next.
At the Dennis Law Firm, all of our 6. Caring for Carolina. Throughout the years, News Channel 6 has been honored to impact the lives of thousands of families in need. It's our way of giving back to the community we proudly serve. Sponsored by Bridgestone.
You can't always choose the weather, but you can choose your weather app. Go with the most accurate and most trusted, the Live Viper 6 mobile app. Download it today. Now, your most most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. What a beautiful day it is as we start out with our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam in North Augusta. A mix of sun and clouds today, but those clouds are not bringing us any rain, so it is completely dry and definitely warm as we're checking in at 83 degrees. We have a southeast wind of 11 miles per hour, dew points in the 50s, so still some decently dry air in place, preventing us from seeing any rain. Upper 70s to low 80s across the board, and as we zoom out, a different story up towards the north. In fact, they are even dealing with winter weather. Hard for us to believe as it's been so warm really all of the month of March and as we start the new month of April. But look at this temperature gradient so you can see exactly where our frontal boundary is located, and that's the case with low pressure centered around Iowa and Minneapolis area, with the winter weather happening now in Minneapolis up towards Canada. But in our neck of the woods, we have high pressure, and that is bringing in a southeast wind, eventually leading to the chance of some pop-up showers and storms tomorrow, but not a complete washout for both Friday and Saturday. We're going to have a dry start to the day as well, with some poor visibility in spots though, so expect some patchy fog, especially around 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, but the fog will burn off by 9 a.m. and then we will see some sunshine later on. Now, there will also be the possibility of those showers and storms developing in the late afternoon and early evening hours, and temperature-wise, we're starting out in the mid-60s and then we're climbing into the mid-80s. Still pretty light winds on Friday, but those winds will start to increase as a cold front gets closer to us. Wind gusts around 20, maybe up to 30 miles per hour at the highest on Easter Sunday. And let's walk you through our futurecast now. Tonight, starting at 8 p.m., mostly clear, but more clouds will move in overnight. And then you can see Friday at 8 a.m., clouds with some fog. Other than a stray light shower, we are dry really all the way up until the 2 o'clock hour, with that rain still to our south and west. But later on in the day, there's Friday at 8 p.m. That's when we'll have a decent chance of seeing some brief heavier downpours, maybe some thunder and lightning. We're just not expecting severe weather. We dry out quickly overnight into Saturday morning, but then once we get into Saturday afternoon with that southeast wind and the heating of the day, a pop-up shower or storm can't be ruled out. This is overall like a summer-like pattern. And then as we go into Sunday, this is what really brings us a chance of rain. But notice Sunday at 8 a.m. If you're headed out to Easter service early on, you may get lucky and be able to dodge the rain. But if you plan on eating Easter lunch outside, or if you're going to drive, chip, and putt, you're going to want the rain gear with you, and you may want to move some of those activities indoors, because look at 2 o'clock, pretty widespread showers across the area, some rumbles of thunder possible as well. But the good news is that this front is moving quick, so it is out of here by Sunday night. Rain chances up to 60% on Sunday, but then we're going to get a cool down next week with nice dry conditions for the Masters tournament. You can even see those dew points falling all the way down into the lower 40s by Monday. So nice dry and mostly sunny conditions next week, with just that 10% chance of a stray shower early Monday morning, and then highs in the 70s, lows in the 40s. And we'll be right back.
We're starting a movement.
Well, easy. Meet Tippy, the crow from the Cincinnati Zoo, showing off her skills by sorting items by color. She even fixes her mistakes by going back and placing the item with the correct color. The zoo says crows are tool users and problem solvers, which Tippy clearly demonstrates. Tippy's trainers say she was taken from the wild and kept in a bird cage in someone's home for years until she was surrendered to a rehab center and then the zoo. Now she is thriving at the zoo with her peeps, her people, her friends, her buddies. She's doing great. Look at her. Way to go, Tippy. Thanks so much for joining us. We have more coverage you can count on coming up next at 6, including building the vacant State House seat in Augusta. It's underway, and we'll look at what's it costing. What's it costing? A lot of money, I hear. Stay tuned.
Follow News Channel 6 on Instagram.
Insurance companies don't